Hi, it's Daphne, and welcome to this edition of Lunchtime on Friday. I'm still really wrestling with the name for this. I record or I go live on Facebook at 12:15 Central Time every Friday. Some people may view this as a lunch and learn. Some, I've said, hey, let's have virtual lunch together. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out what maybe Facebook Friday, maybe it's that simple. But if you've got any suggestions, feel free to type them in the comment box, and I promise to weigh them with consideration. But I want to say hello and welcome. I am Daphne Smith with Well Done Life. I'm excited to spend a few minutes with you whenever you're watching this, be it live or a downloaded version of it later. So it's great to be with you. And I just want to start like I do every single week. And that is with some gratitude. So I've learned through life to be grateful. And one of the people I am most grateful for in my life is my husband David. We have been married, October was 29 years. We've known each other 30 years. That may be hard to believe because I look so fabulous, but it's true. And he has been and continues to be my number one fan. He is my cheerleader. He is my provider, my protector. He refers to me as his princess. And no, it has not been a smooth road the entire time. But let me tell you, we have survived the bumps and we grow closer to one another. And it's exciting to say that after 29 years of marriage, we like each other. And we enjoy spending time together. In fact, he's sitting just on the other side of this room. So I'm kind of talking about him behind his back. And like literally his back is to me in the other room. So it's kind of fun. And we'll see if he watches this video later. But I just wanted to give a big shout out to my husband, David Smith. And thank you, baby. I love you. I appreciate you. And as soon as I wrap up here, we'll go take care of our errands. So today's topic is now is the perfect time to stop it. Yes, I'm recording this on December 22nd, the year 2017. So 3 days before Christmas. And I'm sitting before you and I'm encouraging you to stop it. And really the timing doesn't matter. At any point in time, it's a good opportunity for us to evaluate what we're doing and why we're doing it, and just consider stopping it. Let me explain to you a little bit why. I'm a former queen of overcommitment. I did not bring my tiara today because I'm a former queen. I'm the kind of person who thought the more I did, the more I would be valued, the more accomplished I would become, the better I'd be liked, the more important I would be. In fact, I would say at my height of overcommitment, what I would do is I would make a to-do list. And if I did something that wasn't on that to-do list, I would write it on the list so I could check it off. Now, that's true confessions. I shared last week that a confession is good for you when I confessed my former years of unwrapping gifts and rewrapping them before they were to be received. So that's my confession for being a queen of overcommitment. I would write things on my list, then I would scratch them off so I could say, look how much I've accomplished. In fact, if you are someone like that, feel free to share. Just in the comments, type the word list, and I'll know what you're talking about. Lists can help us, but when that's what we're driven by, that's why I found that I run into issues and challenges, and I actually get off course. In fact, what I've learned from Michael Hyatt is to build margin into my life. I really seriously thought I needed to accomplish something essentially every hour of the day that I was awake. And by accomplish, I mean something on that list that I could check off. And I've come to learn by studying his work and by studying other experts in the field that really I get more done by doing less. And so what I wanted to do today was I just kind of wanted to share some information with you about getting more done by doing less and learning how to say, stop it. So this morning, it's just so you know that it's relevant information. Just this morning, when I got up, I thought, I'm going to Google to-do list. Because along the way, hey, Andrea, it's great to see you. I saw you hopped on, and I'm glad we're having lunch together. Please say hi to your kiddos for me and a Merry Christmas to them. I can only imagine how much fun y'all are going to have in the next few weeks together. But anyway, back on target and track. I Googled to-do list. And actually, I had heard along the way, instead of creating a to-do list, maybe create a to-don't list. In other words, those things that you want to stop doing, maybe put those on a list. But I Googled, actually what I Googled, I typed in to-don't list instead of to-do list. That's what I typed into Google. And get this, I'm not exaggerating by one single bit of information. In fact, I've got it up here just to make sure I give it to you accurately. There were 165 million, yes, million, 165 million references to the topic of to-do lists. And can I tell you what? The ones I was willing to spend time scrolling through were actually all about not having to-do lists, about why to-do lists aren't effective, and ways that we can accomplish things instead of that tired old to-do list that actually can really become defeating. And we can really start to feel guilty and built up a little bit or beat ourselves up a little bit when we're not checking things off that list. In fact, what I would ask is this, is what is your objective with that to-do list? Are you focused on being busy, or are you more focused on being productive? There's a huge difference. Busyness is often defined as something along the lines of rearranging the chairs on the Titanic while it was sinking, okay? You can look real busy. What were you really accomplishing, okay? So I know for me, what I have learned is that before I'm going to give my time to something, I ask myself, what purpose is it going to serve in my life? Is it in alignment with the things that I value, my family, my faith, my career, the people I want to serve? If it's not in alignment, I gotta tell you, I stop that stuff right away. I nip those things in the bud and just free myself up, because that way, when I am engaged with the things that are of value and importance to me, I have more to give. I'm not as frustrated, and I'm not as worn out, and I'm not tired. You know, study after study, this I did not Google, so feel free to check it out. I know there's so much information. The more stress we put on ourselves, the more we beat ourselves up, the more illness we encounter, the more likely we are to become ill. There's study after study that associates overcommitment and stress with dis-ease or disease in our body, because we just know we're trying to do too much in too little time. Here's something that, now don't judge me, and if you do, whatever, it's none of my business, and it is what it is. Our Christmas tree has been up for 4 weeks. We got the kind that have the lights already strung, so all you have to do is plug it in. We don't get enjoyment out of untangling. So the Christmas tree has been up for 4 weeks. Now, I didn't say the Christmas tree has been decorated for 4 weeks. The Christmas tree has been up for 4 weeks. And before you turn away in horror and stop watching the rest of this video, I want to let you know, most likely it's going to get decorated. I've got the box out now. It's sitting on the floor by the tree. But you know what? If it doesn't get decorated, Christmas is still going to come. There's still going to be presents underneath it. We are still going to gather as a family and enjoy time together. And it may be that, I just put a couple of things on it. I don't have to put every ornament every year if that's not what my time allows. So what I'm really wanting to just say is this season, as much or more so than any other season of the year, is a great opportunity for us to get busy, to overcommit, to wear ourselves out. It's also a great season to commit to ourselves and to those that we love that we are going to stop it. So if Michael Hyatt, who actually has a program called Best Year Ever, where he talks about building margin into your life, if the Harvard Business Review, if Inc. magazine, these are leaders and experts in their fields, encourage us to stop it with the to-do list, that might be cause for pause. That might be just the opportunity that you need, the permission that you need to step back and say, you know what? I'm going to do this holiday different, or I'm going to do this week different. I'm going to do today different. I'm going to do the next 30 minutes different. Maybe we got to start with a baby step. I'm going to do the next hour differently because there are going to be some things that I stop doing. I'm going to stop checking my phone every 5 minutes. I'm going to stop checking email every 5 minutes. I'm going to stop posting 17 times a day. Whatever you can do in order to build margin in your life, in order to give yourself a break. Y'all, I think, at least for me, it is so easy to beat myself up, compare myself to others. And right there, that's something to stop it, to just quit doing it. In fact, there is a video on YouTube, and I'm going to ask you to wait. I'd really love to spend the rest of this time with you. You go check it out when I get through. But if you will put into YouTube, Bob Newhart, Mad TV, stop it. In fact, I'm going to take right now, Bob, I'm typing this into the comments. Bob Newhart, Mad TV. Oops, helps if I type correctly. Stop it. There is a skit that is about 6 minutes long, and it's hilarious. It really puts things in perspective, and I will share, this is where I got the motivation. When those voices that I've given way to for so long of comparison and doubt and fear start creeping into my head, I just say, stop it. Yes, in my favorite book, it talks about I can do all things. Everything is possible for me. Yet it also says not everything is right for me. I'm not supposed to do everything. I'm not supposed to subject myself to everything. In fact, in that same book, I'm given the challenge of who am I going to serve? I can only serve so many people in one day. And for me, I've come to learn that when I say stop it, that gives me a moment to silence the crazy and the chaos around me, have cause for pause, and from there, realign, readjust, and really live in the moment. Be present. I think that's probably the greatest point I want to share with you today, is that yes, this is a season of gift giving. However, being present is one of the greatest gifts we can ever give ourselves or give anyone else. So as I wrap up today, I'm going to literally wrap up because when I leave here, we're going to go run some errands and I got to get to wrapping. Or there won't even be wrapped presents under the tree. And you know what? That'd be okay too. But I just want to encourage you to joy today. It might be a better day if you choose to stop it and really be present. Build some margin into your life. We don't have to have something going on every single minute of every single day. We can stop, we can breathe, and when we do, we really have something to be thankful for, something to be grateful for. So I want to thank you for taking your time and tuning in today. I want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas. If you have a friend who would benefit from seeing this video, maybe you can look at them and you know they need to stop it, but you also know they're not going to listen to you. I'll be happy to tell them. So feel free to share this video. If you want to visit welldonelife.com, that's my website, welldonelife.com. You'll see a link to this video as soon as it gets posted to the YouTube channel, as well as several other videos that I've put together. Because for me, it is about living life by design instead of by default. Living a life that in the end we can be pleased with, and even on a daily basis here, well done. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me.